Surprise Synopses!
Surprise Synopses?
Surprise Synopsis!
Hello, listeners. It's time for another Surprise Synopses. Trick or treat, is it?
What?
Look, I didn't have time to look up how Vincent Price actually talks, so I'm just going generic, spooky voice.
Why?
Because I do like a different sort of thing for the intro each time.
Do you?
Yes. One time it was kind of like Batman, the previous time was like a Disney.
Yeah, it was like Batman.
Yeah, I do remember the
intro.
Batman thing, but I thought you were just being weird.
Vincent Price is like, hello.
Hello, listeners.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Feel free to do the intro, Damien. You've got a Vincent Price than I do.
What do I say?
Luckily, I created a running sheet for our 2 segments, so
Okay,
Ooh.
you're
It's
gonna
got
be playing the role of me though.
Okay, that's fine. It's
No,
at the
actually,
top left.
I'll be Damien, you be Alex.
Sure.
Yeah, that scans.
I mean, I play an Alex.
Kinky? Weird.
Well, no, Alex Cabot's case.
Don't use my name as your kink thing.
No, my other
Gross.
podcast is Alex Cabot's
Stop
case.
fantasizing about me. All right, you go.
Hello.
I mean, I don't, but
Clap me. Hello there, gentle listener. This is Surprise Synopses, the podcast where we take a random trope and then each draw a genre out of the hat and create for you a surprise synopsis. I am joined today by my co-hosts, Damien
Why, hello there. My name is Damien, and I am quite good at what I do.
and the inimicable Alex.
yes.
I don't laugh like that.
Sure you do.
It's quicker.
Children, please. Previously
It's faster.
on Surprise Synopses, we discussed... Wait, do I have to keep doing the Vincent Price?
No, I mean, I was going to drop it before that,
Okay.
but yes, you have to keep going.
Previously on Surprise Synopses, we discussed a protagonist gets caught up in a war or battle that they... and then inadvertently become the hero.
Yeah.
That we threw it
You
in
threw it in the
we
bin.
already threw it in the trash.
The trope is
Damn it.
basically Harry Potter.
No, it's Harry. Yeah, sure. Okay, it's Deathly Hallows Harry Potter. No, it's Order of the Phoenix Harry Potter trope. Sure. In which
Now you have to pick who won. It's hard, isn't it?
Harley won
Yes.
with his like hitting all the beats, Yakuza, pizza
Yeah.
delivery, his courier getting involved accidentally by way of accidental collision tale
Yep.
of woe, in which he kind of ends up besting both rival Yakuza gangs and befriending a policeman. I liked it. And
Thank you.
now we're going to need to whitewash it.
Oh, okay.
Gonna
'cause I
whitewash the
actually had
shit
at
out of
least
it.
one Asian actor who I was going to cast.
Go
Not
for
too
it.
bad. It's whitewashed. He's out.
Okay, because my cast was going to be... I was going to cast 4 people. The protagonist, your Gangster A, Gangster B, and main cop guy. Gangster 1 was going to be Chow Yun-fat, legendary Hong Kong actor, and really good at Hong Kong cinema and fighty stuff. The cop was going to be Jackie Chan because
Yeah,
he can
that's what
play
I was
more
trying
of
to
a
think of his name.
serious... He can play more serious if he wants to. Now he's sort of got that grizzled veteran sort of thing going on.
Yeah, Jackie Chan. Yep.
Yep. For the protagonist, no idea. Just whoever.
Just an
wants it.
unknown.
Yeah, whoever wants. Like, let's find someone new.
Sure.
Let's bring something new into this world. Let's create it. And that just leaves Gangster B. Who do I want to be?
Rupert Grint.
Rupert Grint.
That's a pretty pale whitewashing.
Yeah, well, if you're going to go white, go like,
All the white.
yeah, eggshell white.
Yeah.
And I was just going to cast Michelle Sandra Oh, I think her name is. She just won the Golden Globe for Killing Eve. She's really good in the first episode of that I've watched.
Uh-huh.
And she can be the other Yakuza person. Gangster. I don't say Yakuza. Sorry, Yakuza. Gangster. She can be the other gangster leader.
Yakuza.
You said it, not me. So yes. Past
Yes,
future
me, Harley.
Future Harley will go back and drop in her actual name now. Her name is Sandra Oh, so kind of nailed it. Back to the show. And
That's
we're back.
cheating. Stop cheating.
Yeah, but I am the editor, so I have the powers of God.
It's basically a time wizard.
This is absolute bullshit.
And now we get to cast your effort.
No.
Your mockumentary? No.
Nope.
Oh, it's all young kids, right? So you just
Nope.
just
Don't
go to high
bother
school.
it. That
It's just
never
the cast of
existed.
Stranger Things all doing Australian accents.
That entire movie is redacted.
Okay. Fair
Oh,
enough.
strong. Well, I guess we're moving straight along to my casting
All right,
then.
you
I just
had-
need voice actors.
Yeah, you
'cause
need
my
a
whole
voice
thing
actor
is-
for the balance, the saw.
The Saw is Benedict Cumberbatch
Yep, fair.
because he can go bad guy and then can soften up later. That's a good fit. And John Hurt's dead, isn't he?
Who?
John Hurt.
No, I think he's still alive.
Well, let's get him in regardless of condition and see how he goes.
Okay.
John Hurt plays the level
All right, it'll either be a stunning performance or a silent performance, depending on the outcome.
because he has to be kind of like grandfatherly,
Vitality.
like he's old Ted, you
Yeah.
know.
And just for shits and gigs, who's cameoing as the human?
Oh, it's
Rupert Grint again.
it's our friend
Why is that
Rupert
just limited
Grint.
to everything.
No, it's the
You're gonna have to give me some descriptors if you want me to help you out here.
is it William H Macy?
He's an actor, yes.
I need to go on.
He
like,
was one of the main characters in Fargo.
Yeah, it's because we're in He's like an older guy. He does 50s. Yeah, it's William H Macy.
All right, fair enough.
So we're cameoing.
It's a fair cast. Bob Iger, get on it.
Who's going to be the nails?
The nails will be played by two voice actors. We'll actually get Simon Pegg and Nick Frost to do like super secret cameo.
Ah, tasty.
Nice.
Yeah, just a little like,
Tasty.
did you know? Like,
Yeah, they actually did that
were in it.
voice. They only said 3 words,
Yeah,
and then we just repeated it.
but they'll be like the Minions or the Groot thing. They'll like be the surprise hit
Yeah.
because they'll have all the best lines, but not many scenes.
Oh yeah, the breakout stars. They'll get a spin-off movie later
Yeah, nails.
Oh, yeah.
with an S or a Z.
Zed.
Fair.
Yeah.
That'll
Like
appeal to
ants.
them. Sure.
Kids love stuff that's misspelled.
Yeah.
On that
Ooh.
life lesson. Oh wait, you've got the running sheet, Damien. You get to your. Unless you want to cede the powers back to me.
No. So that's our previously, and now we're going to do our trope. It's in the sailor's hat, which Alex is wearing. You're going to have to are they falling out? No. Okay. All right, we're good.
Well, you're Damien,
Yeah,
so you get to pull it
I-
out.
All right, the
Damien.
honorary Damien is rummaging around.
Oh, wait, I
currently.
was Damien. Oh, we're
Damn
in
it!
muddle.
We're so this is already
Yeah,
getting
it's not so
confusing.
easy, is it? And wait, you get to say the trope is.
And the mystery trope of the day is
Vampires are real.
ooh.
Bum, bum, bum.
Ooh.
I feel like with a good genre, this can make a tasty sauce.
All right, do you want to start us off then?
Well, no, because
Just
if you
not a
look on
garlic
the
sauce.
bottom right hand of the running sheet, there's a grid. Because there's an order to this thing, Alex. One that's not crossed out.
So it says Damien goes first, but is that the real Damien or the person playing Damien for this episode?
I guess we're just throwing the format out this week, aren't we? So I'll go first. I nailed it last time.
Damien's going first,
2 for
by
2,
which
babies.
I mean Harley's going first.
I'm getting deep into these genres.
Oh, no, wait, Alex is Damien. Shit. The only person that's not Damien in this episode is going first.
All right, and
Your
the
genre?
genre is sci-fi.
Vampires are real sci-fi.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
Super combo.
All right, we open on a giant floating spaceship, like one of those spinny ones. Like, this is where humanity is now in 2756 and a half. That's where the humanity's on a space station now. We fucked up the Earth, something bad. It's just a burning orb of shit.
Are we on a Dyson sphere or just a ship?
Just a spinny ship, not a Dyson sphere. We haven't gotten to Dyson spheres yet. We're planning a Dyson sphere. That's where we are. We're like, we fucked up Earth. We're going to build a Dyson sphere, and we're not going to fuck that up.
We've just got some Dyson planks.
Yes. And James Dyson's preserved head is just in a jar, going, no, over there. Oh, you're doing this all wrong. That's a sweet cameo. And then people on the ship start going missing. And people are like, this is a spaceship. There's not really a lot of places for people to go. And so people are starting to get in a panic. They're
How
starting
big is the spaceship though? Just for like mental, like Like if like a cruise ship size, like there's like levels, or is it like
Or is it like it has, like,
10
continents?
people?
Yeah. That's actually a very good question. I'm going to say it's 25 million people. It's Australia 2 is the name of the ship.
Oh, so it's
Australia
big.
too.
It's
Yeah, it's
huge.
big.
Okay, yep.
So
got it.
that's why people aren't super concerned, because like there's 25 million people. You know, a couple dozen go missing. Yeah, well, that's kind of
They could just be misplaced. Like they could be somewhere we just don't.
yeah.
we
Like they
yeah.
just might not have checked in a while, or they might be sleeping. Who knows?
Okay.
It's a big ship. Like it's not the size of Australia now, so really we've downgraded a bit, but it's big enough. And then Act 2 happens, which is building, percolating.
Yeah, so people are going missing,
Yep.
and presumably there's like foreboding like things that.
Yeah, okay, so the super mayor of the entire ship is like, all right, more people have gone missing, we're starting to notice it, and we're starting to think this might be an actual thing. We're going to convene a committee. And the committee is going to be like a police task force who goes around the ship and like figures out where are all these people going, you know? What's up with this? And so they start finding some clues around, and they start to think it's like, you know, maybe this is a hostile alien species. Like they find some records of like some unauthorized ships landing or some space debris coming in that, you know, doesn't track. And so they start doing their investigation. It builds and builds and builds. And they eventually figure out where this is all going down, where all the people are headed to and being herded. And they're like, all right, everyone, we're going in. This is a hostile alien species, dead set on destroying Australia 2. Kylie's Dream. Australia 2, Kylie's Dream. That's the name of the ship. They're dead set on sinking it. We're humanity's last hope. Shockingly, USA 2 didn't make it. That one just did not get out of the starting gates. So, Australia 2, Kylie's Dream. We're going to make it. So we're going in. And they go in ready with their blasters, and they're ready to just kick some alien ass. And they do. It's a great, great action scene. We'll get someone good to direct it. And then when the plasma smoke is clearing, they're like, whew, we really saved everyone here. And they start rounding up some survivors. But we, the audience, start seeing some weird stuff, like they got bite marks on their necks. And so the audience comes to it just before the next scene happens. And like, so the audience is like, this is weird. And then as the committee's rounding everyone up, getting them out, all the plasmid alien things just stand back up. And they're like, oh, you did not think it would be so easy, did you? And then they just turn into bats and start swarming the committee. And like killing the people who are like, we're here to kick some alien ass. Bleeds out of neck.
So to be clear, the guards on Australia 2 have American accents, and the aliens have Cuban accents.
Look, my accent work needs a lot of work, so just please.
Okay, all right, we'll put in that for now.
Yes. And so the vampires kick all the people who are here to destroy the invading alien species. The vampires just take them all down. We'll get an even better director to direct this action scene. And then the vampire's like, this is their resistance. We can crush them easily. Children, to the night. And then they swarm out of the building and start just mass chaos. And then, so people start realizing, oh shit, vampires are real? And so there's like a montage of people like going, shit, where's the garlic? But, you know, we haven't really grown garlic in a while. And then people like trying to break off tables, but all the tables are made of space metal. There's no wood anymore. We don't have time for wood. We can't grow trees or garlic. It's a space station. And then just when humanity's at its darkest hour, someone gets the bright idea and has to make it in an exciting montage. We get a third, better director to do this. They make an exciting montage. They get to the control center, the center of the Australia 2, Kylie's Dream. They get to the control center, and just as they're about to bleed out, they smash the button that opens the sunshades that surround the entire ship.
Yes.
And so all the vampires fizzle up into dust and smoke and all the people like, boy howdy, it's hot, but we're Australians, we're used to it. And so, you know, then there's just a cleaning up montage and just like we see some of the destruction and everything. And yeah, the end. Sci-fi. but vampires are real. Well, real dead now, thanks to that top bloke who fucking smoked them.
Nice.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, so then they're nocturnal and they're taking people
Yep.
because it's dark on the spaceship and
Yep.
there's no natural sunlight, it's all artificial.
Yeah.
And then they blow open all the hatches and it's just natural, healthy sunlight.
Yep.
And we've all learned about the value of sunlight and it's a better world.
Yep.
And garlic and wood.
Yep.
I like it.
All the classics.
Yeah, that works.
That was a good refresher of like what vampires are for me because I'm like,
It's really tricky because I started to internally get bogged down when I was doing like the quick jokes of like Australia 2 Kylie's Dream. And so I had to not get distracted by that. And I've been listening to the Dresden Files again, so I'm all up on their kind of vampires, which are slightly different. Yeah, all right. Good. Oh, wait, sorry, I shouldn't host, Damien. You're Harley this time.
Yeah, no, that was a strong pitch.
Oh, thank you.
You hit all the beats. It's sci-fi vampires are real.
Thank you.
I like it. Okay, so now we're going to Harley, which is me.
Yes.
Yes. All right, so I'm selecting my genre. So vampires are real, and my genre is adventure.
Ooh.
Adventure. Vampires are real. So I think for this one, so it's going to be a location film. Mm-hmm. I feel like Transylvania is probably going to be a bit played out. Like it's a bit obvious and it kind of telegraphs our intentions. So what I might do is go to
Argentina. Stick with what you know.
Stick with what Harley knows.
it's going to be a polar research station.
Ooh, okay. All right.
And it's going to be near future, like in about 20 years time kind of thing. So not sci-fi territory by any means, but it's like, so I can take a bit of liberties with the design of the base.
Yep.
Right? So it's an Antarctic, so down south near Australia, Arctic research lab. And the helicopters are coming in and the ship is unloading and there's lots of talk about like, okay, have fun because like this is your last shipment you get and like all final guests must leave because it's almost winter and all the main crew are going and it's just down to a skeleton crew and it's like this base of like this brand new base of normally houses 500 scientists but it's being reduced down to like, a mere 20.
Yeah, that's
to keep the lights open.
a severe reduction.
And one of them is this archaeologist who's been kind of like digging up these like ceramic plates, and they're like, oh, how could these be here? Like this, this like is way too early for human civilization, and like it's translating the things. It's like maybe someone brought him, but it's like they were pursued here by like some kind of like great evil. Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna stay here and like translate it because I've got lots of peace and quiet. And the ships leave, and you kind of get introduced to the characters, and they're all kind of like settling in. They're all like building their roosts and playing music, and like you get to see there's like a married couple there, and then there's like lots of exterior shots with like kind of heavy breathing and like kind of going through the snow at high speeds, and the dig has kind of awoken something, and like what's this like? I think this is like a burial ground, maybe a sarcophagus, but it says like it's locked from the outside. Like why would people need to do that? And it's like really old, kind of like lost era stone tablet kind of thing. Yeah, like it's a real lost city kind of stuff that they're digging on, and everyone else thinks they're kind of like crazy and like, oh, you're reading this old stuff. It's probably just junk brought here by like lost Polynesian explorers, and like you're being crazy. And so the scientist is gradually kind of unraveling this mystery and foreshadowing it, and what we find is like there's a creature who infiltrates the base by like sabotaging some external communications arrays, and they go and do maintenance on it, and then it slips in, and they're like, oh wait, why are these wet footprints here when I returned? And that's how they get in, and it's kind of a cat and mousey vampire picks someone off, and they're like drained and confused, and the lab gets broken into and a bunch of blood samples get stolen, and some food gets disturbed, but you don't really know what's going on there. And they, so it's a vampire type creature.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, it wants blood, and it's in the Antarctic because it's night half the time, so they roam freely during the night seasons, like during the 6 months.
Yep.
And they hunt things, and then they go into essentially like a hibernation during summer, and that's their like life cycle kind of thing. And they got disturbed just as they would be naturally coming out of their sequence. So they don't know how to kill it, and also they've got no like weapons or whatever because they're all just scientists on a research station. And it's not like super cat and mousey alien style. It's still like pretty light. So what they're going to do is like they're going to have to go there in the twilight out to this like kind of ruined city to see if they can find what they use, like what artifacts or what technologies, or they can learn more about what its weakness is. And then so they go out there, and there's like a polar bear. No, there's no polar bears there. There's like there's an ice floe that kind of cracks because global warming is real, and then there's like a blizzard sets in, and then like the thing gets jammed because they're sabotaged, and like maybe the vampire is like looks like one of them, but like, and who even knows. And then they get out there and they're like, oh, if we think that it's like salt, but like salt is really bad for them for some reason. They don't like salt. There's all these jars of salt around the tomb, so they have to go back there and work out how they're going to get salt. And there's this whole distilling process, and all the team members work together, and they're like, oh, what can we do? Let's grind down this kid's toy because it's got salt in it, and
or
etc.
we could do some exercise and sweat.
Yeah.
And
they're
collect that.
They're like crying and sweating, and someone's going out and trying to boil seawater, but it's not working very well because it's like real cold and shit.
Yeah.
That is science, I can confirm.
And then they like load the salt into the sprinkler systems, and then and there's like an actiony sequence kind of at the end, and then they kind of get it, and then it's just wounded and really badly thing, and then it like goes off into the wilderness, like it escapes at the last minute, and like, wow, what a crazy adventure that was.
Did we kill it, or is it still out there?
Or is it? And how many? Like it wasn't alone. Nothing's one of anything.
It wasn't. It couldn't have been in both places at once.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh wait, but like I pulled the footage from when it first came in, and it like looked exactly like the guy that was doing there. That means they can shapeshift perfectly. And then, but like it's too late. They've already come, and the rescue boat has taken them all away. And it's like maybe one of them is a vampire now, rather than it get away. And then it kind of like the camera like goes right out, goes over to the dig site, goes down into the dig site, and like the first tomb that's been cracked open and stuff. And then, like, kind of below that, there's just, like, rows and rows and rows and rows and rows.
Ah, yes.
So it's like, dare you come back and disturb the many organism vampire tomb? No, you don't. That's their adventure.
It's not a lake.
Vampires are real.
It's an ocean. Yep, I love it. Love it.
That's my pitch. It's salt. Salt is their weakness. Salt.
It's a new twist.
New vampire,
yeah.
Our vampires are different. I like it. Shapeshifting, not a traditional vampire.
You could have some like thing about like how the word for salt and the word for silver is like the same. They're both like kind of white, kind of like like. So I was like, well, some translations say this, but like others say something crazy like salt, and then like it comes back and it actually is salt.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice. Well, you've got the running sheet. Let's
yes.
Move
Okay.
on.
Well, who could it possibly be next?
I wonder.
Who can it be
I think
now?
we're going with Alex.
Ooh.
Which is actually Alex.
Me?
The really real Alex. So vampires are real, and your
And
genre is
holiday special.
Oh yes, I love it.
okay. The easy choice is Halloween, but I put it to you. Your challenge is to not pick Halloween, to pick a different holiday.
What is a holiday special?
It's an episode of a TV show generally where the theme of the show is based around a seasonal holiday. It's like, when a Friends does a Christmas episode or a Thanksgiving episode, Christmas, Thanksgiving, wait, hang on. Or Valentine's Day, any sort of calendar-based event instead of, thinking of an actual plot for the episode.
Oh.
Or like a Super Bowl episode.
Yep.
Like whatever.
Okay.
Any sort of external date-based event.
Okay, so can I use a TV show that already exists, or do I need to make a movie that is a holiday special?
I mean, ideally, I think the idea is you make a movie based around a holiday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a holiday-based movie.
Like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer would be considered a Christmas holiday special because it's so Christmas-centric.
Okay, got you covered. Okay.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah. Well, are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain.
My holiday is gonna be Valentine's.
Yes.
Yes.
Great choice.
I was hoping it would be.
Yeah.
I didn't want to like prime you by suggesting it, but I love it.
And it's about Valentine's Day, and leading up to Valentine's Day, in some generic city that they don't name, there is the Valentine killer.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah.
a person is going around. It's a serial killer called the Valentine Killer, and they are like killing people. It's not like the neck thing, but they are like taking
Like
blood.
draining
Like
some blood.
yeah, the blood's drained of the
Yeah.
bodies.
Yep.
So they're like, oh, they're taking the blood. You know, it's up to the like love holidays. Like maybe they're taking the heart as well, draining the blood and taking the heart, and that's why it's like the Valentine Killer because they're taking heart. So like
Stealing hearts. Yeah.
yeah, and I think we're going from the view of the cop, one of the cops that's
Okay.
on the case. So they are single and like sort of already upset. Maybe they recently are divorced. They're like
yeah.
a bit older, like the kids have grown up and moved out and then they're divorced. So like Valentine's Day is already like a bit touchy for them. So they're
Yeah.
already like emotionally a bit raw. And now their job is to find the Valentine Killer. And so you sort of come into the movie where they're up to like the fourth or the fifth murder. Like, so he's sort of got an established knowledge of it, and you sort of like catch up, learn as like more things come out, and he's like, oh, just like the other ones, this is the same. And like, they're like, yeah, different bodies, like men or female, doesn't matter. And like the heart's taken and they've drained of bloody and they've drained of blood and they've always got like a really scared look on their face. And so he's like, oh my God, like what's going on? He's trying to figure it out while also being a very like individual person, like doesn't want help from anyone. He's very solo. He's like at bars drinking a lot, like very sad, like that comes into things.
Is he kind of like, oh man, I hate Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not. I'm sad and I'm bitter about it.
Yeah, I'm really sad and
okay,
bitter
I'm
about
with
my
you.
life.
Yep.
Like he's real bitter. And so he's like trying to like figure this out. And for Valentine's Day, he gets his kids who are like not like they're still like under the mum's care, but they're older, so they're like 16 and 14 or something like that. So they're still like still like living with the mum. So for Valentine's Day, they're gonna come over and stay with him. So they're both girls, and for Valentine's Day, like, cause like, oh, what are we gonna do together? Even though he's still like bitter, they're like, oh, we're gonna watch a movie, and they watch Twilight, and he's like, oh my God, like, don't have to like watch this, or like a Twilight related movie. It depends how much budget we've got, if we can afford to say the name.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, we're going to watch a vampire love movie. But that's not what it's called. They're like, oh, we're going to watch this movie. And he's like, oh, what's that about? It's like, oh, it's like a love you like, we love it. It's our favorite movie. And they put it on and they're watching it. And he's like sort of like half going through his notes trying to like figure out this thing.
Okay.
And like, we've already got through that he's like going down different avenues and it doesn't make sense because he can't link it. He's like, what's the motive? I don't understand.
Yep.
And he's like sort of like half listening to this movie of the vampires and he's like reading his thing. He's like, oh my God, like this is like a link to it. Like maybe he's like, this makes all sense. Like nothing adds up. And he's like, as he's reading his notes, he's like, vampire, like it like takes the blood. They only strike at night. Like everyone's been found in the morning, that sort of thing. He's like, oh my God, like this person is trying to be a vampire. So he's like, okay, like now I need to know, like there's no point looking for him. Like we know things are going to happen at night because it's dark.
Yeah, they can build a profile now.
Yeah, because so he starts building this profile of like this guy who's like got a fetish for like vampirism and like stealing hearts because he wants to be a vampire. So he's not a vampire. So is this, oh wait, was it vampire?
Vampires are
okay.
real.
Yeah, he is a vampire then. He is a vampire.
Yeah, we can get there, I think.
Yeah. Because I was going to go like he just wanted to be a vampire, but he can be a vampire.
Well, no,
I
because
suppose.
the cop's like, vampires aren't real.
Yeah,
this
that
guy's
can't
just
make
trying
sense.
to emulate a vampire.
he's trying to be a vampire.
Yeah,
Sick
yeah.
bastard.
Yeah. So, like, through being able to sort of, like, figure out, like, what a vampire does and that sort of stuff, they catch this guy and they bring him in.
Yep.
And he's not there when they catch him, but it was, like, through his work they did it. And they, like, call him and he's, like, drinking in a bar. They're like, we've got him. Like, come in, man. Like, it's going to be awesome. Like, good job. Like, you've done it. Like, you've been really, bad since your wife left you, but, like, you're back on the case. You've got one right. And so he, like, finishes his drink and he's, like, walking to the police station because he's drunk. He can't drive. So it takes him a while to get there. And when he gets there, like, just everyone's dead. Like the doors are slammed.
Oh shit! Everyone's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, all the cops, like everyone, like it's only like say there's like 5 people in there. Like it's nighttime. Like they caught this guy. Night shift. Yeah, so like
yep.
yeah, the
Yeah,
3
they're not going to have many
officers.
people working there on Valentine's Day, Harley.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, it's Valentine's Day.
Sorry, I'm single. I don't know what you do on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so yeah, he comes in like they're all dead. Like not the blood hadn't been sucked the hunt being taken. They were just dead. They were just killed, and like they were all like really that fearful look. And he's like, oh my god, like what is this? And he sort of goes like, oh my god. Like they signed it in, like he's sort of really distraught, and the people are like, okay, like you need to take a few days off. Like this is obviously hard for you to see. Like this guy is obviously like some sort of crazed lunatic. We need to bring in like the big guns, like SWAT's coming in, not just like our suburban town detective. Like, we bring in the hard guns. So he goes home, and like the vampire thing can't get out of his head. He's like, oh my god, he's like doing more and more research. He's like learning more things about vampires. Like how can he beat them? And he's like talking to this guy. He's like, no, like you need to use silver bullets. You need to. Use garlic to protect you. Like and they're like, oh, all right, crazy old man, like get out of it. We're just getting a serial killer. He's not a vampire. He's like, no, like I swear this is like a big thing. And like apparently they catch the guy again. More people are dead. Like it's becoming this like insane thing. And he like takes it onto his own hands. He's like, no, I need to like kill these people. Like he's like sort of like no longer it's this selfish dude. It's all woe is me. He's like, no, I need to save the population, like my kids. So he goes and he like finds this guy while he's like sucking the blood of and like taking a heart, and he's like, I finally got you. And he like goes to like kill him, and as he brings the gun up, the like vampire comes and like bites him on the neck or something. He's killing him, and as he's dying he shoots him, but he you don't know yet, but you see it's like a silver bullet. So the vampire's dying and like dying, but as he's dying, so they die together. And so like,
so they're finally together.
It's not his ex-wife.
On Valentine's. No, not where you're going with that.
Are we still at we could do it like this is Valentine's Day when they catch us. So like sort of like the person stealing hearts and the man who like broke his heart. Like sort of the vampire helped him care again and like move past it, but at the same time he had to give up himself.
Yeah.
And so he died saving everyone else from the vampire because no one would believe him. And instead of being like, oh, well, it's not my problem and I'm just like all out for me, he's like, no, I'm going to be selfless. And he kills the vampire, but he dies too. So he dies as like a semi-hero. It was like, oh, wow, he like caught the villain, but he wasn't meant to be on the case. So it was like indifferent. But in reality, he like saved the town. Like it would have just gone on forever and like everyone, like he just would have killed everyone. But so in his heart, and we all know that he was a real hero, but like to the other cops, like he was just a
because when they come and find
Valentine's
this,
Day.
they're like, oh, he was using silver bullets. Maybe he lost it by the end, but well, he caught the guy, got him. So
like he killed him. Like I guess like we weren't really meant to do that.
Yeah, the cops are sort of stuck in that moral ambiguity of like, well, there's good and bad here, but we know.
Yeah, we
he's
know
a real
that
hero,
he's his hero. Like they wouldn't have been able to stop him because they didn't believe in the vampire thing.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, killed him.
It's pretty grim for a Valentine's Day. I really thought that was going to go like a really kind of romantic place at the end.
But he marries the vampire.
Yeah, I thought you were leading to like the detectives tracking him and the vampires like kind of courting him and like leaving him clues and stuff. And they end up like that's their kind of like weird like Valentine's relationship. It's like, I always wanted you to catch me.
Okay, that's weird. I was thinking, oh, you're into weird kinky shit. I was gonna say the vampire is his ex-wife, but he's still. And that's
she's an actual monster.
Yeah, she's actually the vampire because she still looks human. And maybe that's why, because they're like, oh, we've caught her, like, come down. And then, because he's like, she's gone before he gets there, so he doesn't know it's the ex-wife.
Okay.
And then when he finally, like, gets her in the corner and, like, sees it's his wife, that's why he hesitates shooting her. And then she bites him and kills him, and then he has to bring himself to shoot her, even though, because he was, like, caught up in loving this woman.
Yeah.
Don't they have kids, though? Didn't you say he has a daughter?
Two daughters. 14 and 16.
Well, he's got a brother. The brother comes into it.
Really weird when they find out their parents died because one of them was enacting killings as a vampire, and the other one killed them with, in this mythology, silver bullets, which kills vampires in this movie. And the kid's like, shit, maybe we shouldn't have told them we liked Twilight. Maybe none of this would have happened.
Too obsessed with Twilight.
Yeah. I know who's been giving them these Twilight films.
Yeah, their
Mama Vampire.
Yeah. I like that shocking end twist, because like if he doesn't find out until then it's... Yeah. a really dark meditation on the nature of relationships and what
Yeah.
Valentine's Day means.
Exactly. I feel like there should be more of him. Like she left him, but he's still like infatuated with her, and that's why he's so depressed and like sort of shut off. And
And she's the one that got away.
yeah, like he's like all he wants is her, and then he like in the end he has to kill her to save everyone, and it's sort of like so against his like love.
It's a very visualized metaphor of killing that part of yourself to move on.
Yeah.
In my head, because I knew this was the Valentine's Day special, like every shop he walks past in this thing is like bedecked with like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And it's like Christmas, like as big a deal as Christmas
Yeah.
is in like the center of big cities, but it's all Valentine's Day. So it's like the audience is constantly puzzling, like what's the big deal with Valentine's Day in this city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
Like
you
is-
can even open like 3 days to Valentine's Day, and then, like,
Yeah.
2 days to
Like,
Valentine's Day.
like the ticking of the typewriter.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
24 hours until V-Day.
Yeah, like Valentine's Day.
Dun dun.
yeah. Well, the Valentine's Killer, I feel like it should be called the
that's-
Valentine Killer.
Yeah. That
That
tracks.
helps
that does,
as well.
Yeah.
It brings in a little loop, nice little bow.
Yeah, That's what I say. Yeah, I like it. We got there.
Yay!
Nice.
Oh, and now I have some things to say about that. If you like podcasts, why not go listen to Alex Gabbett's Case Notes? It's at waterfallstories.com. Are there any other plugs we should do? Yes.
Spotify, please take us.
Yeah, like go to waterfallstories.com and check it out.
Yeah.
Have you been? You should go. Suss it out.
Lovely
Yeah.
there this time of year.
And that's Waterfall, like the Waterfall, because I had no idea what you guys were talking
What kind
about.
of waterfall?
When you said it for the first, I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, waterfall, as in don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah.
I was thinking of
But
that too.
this waterfall is one you can go chasing. Waterfallstories.com.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Do you know that you can like drown in a waterfall because like the water's like so aerated that you like can't float?
Yeah,
and
you can
drown?
like waterboard yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. That scares me because people are like, do you want to jump in a waterfall? It's like, no. I don't- like, no. Scares me. Gives me nightmares. If we have a horror one, I'm doing it about waterfalls.
All right.
You can check out all the other great podcasts and get more episodes of this podcast. You should also subscribe and share. And feel free to write us mail and let us know how you feel about
Oh, yeah.
our episodes.
We should make a Twitter account.
We read legitimate mail from real readers all the time. And it's
Yeah.
just super to hear from.
It's always
Do you
really
have
meaningful
one,
now. I love
Harley,
it.
that you'd like to share with us?
I do have one.
Oh, really? Okay. Shit. I wasn't
Uh,
expecting that.
This one is from Mark from Coburg.
Oh, really?
He wrote to tell us that he listened to our first episode and really enjoyed Damien's pitch.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Mark from
Thanks, Mark.
Coburg. That's
It's good.
I appreciate you writing in.
Is that why you picked Mark's one?
Well, look, that was a random sample, but
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
there was a strong Damien's pitch like feel from the audience
Oh, yes.
in the mail on that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, feel free to comment and,
Yep.
and
Comment
give us
on
any
the-
feedback you like.
YouTube video, there's a contact page at waterfallstories.com. You know, you can find us if you want to. The Facebook page, Waterfall Stories. Yep, we'll find it. Just let us know. We'll find it. Won't you, Harley?
We certainly will, Alex. And this has been Surprise Synopses. Goodbye.
So, since you're Harley, you're going to edit this episode, right?
Big negative on that.
Yeah, it's great being Harley when you get to do fun intros and run the format, but when it comes to editing...
Correct.
Hello, real Harley here. I've just finished editing this episode, and before I drop you in the post-credit sequence, the only correction I really needed to make was the fact that the creator of the Dyson Sphere was Freeman Dyson, not James Dyson. James Dyson invented the Neato bagless vacuum cleaner, although when they updated that, they put a sphere on it, so really... Dysons love spheres. That's what we know. So, we've got a post-credit scene here. There was a little bit of a feeling in the room that the trope from episode 4 wasn't our strongest trope. So, Alex made a motion to scrunch up the piece of paper, and then Damien took hold of it, and we discussed where to put it. Enjoy, listeners.
Blech. Bleh.
There's clearly labelled sell, trash, and recycling. I think we all know which one that trope belongs in.
Sell.
I know, I belong in trash.
It's recycling. It's paper.
I thought you were saying because it's like not a good one.
Yeah, I know that was the joke, but then you literally put the piece of paper in the trash and not the recycling. Do you care about this planet? I mean,
Recycling's a scam. There, I said it.
oh,
Well, we're like, they're not even like, there's not even recycling plants at the moment anyway. They all go to the same place.
Yeah, it just makes people feel better.
Yeah, because they used to sell it to China, but people kept putting baby nappies in the recycling, so they literally like, we don't want it anymore. So now they just like.
And even when they
put
do
in
it
the-
actually uses like more water to get rid of because they like.
are you
have to
going to be
clean it.
mad if I ask you to cite your sources on that, Alex?
Look it up.
Yeah, just look it up. I like. No, you have
Mr.
to find your
99% of people live on the beach.
I think I could be wrong, and I will look this up and apologize profusely if I'm wrong in the post-credit scene, but I think it is something like 90-something% of Australia lives near the coast.
Yeah, near the coast, but not like on the beach. Like not.
Would that
drivable.
include us? Like, am I near the coast?
Yes.
Yeah, this is near the
Oh,
coast.
well, that's a meaningless.
You're
assertion.
19
Yeah.
kilometres from the coast. That's pretty damn close.
It's just because no one lives in the desert, is what they're trying to say of Australia. Like there's just a very small population in.
Our
Like,
population density.
How
is
close do you have to be to the?
practically
How
zero.
close do you have to be to the beach to count as near?
probably the entire Victoria, I'm gonna guess. Would be,
No.
like, counted as the
Would
beach.
26 kilometers do it?
Maybe.
Because you know, outer space is 26 kilometers away.
Outer space is 100 k's away. There's different gradients of
Yeah,
atmosphere
no,
and
but where
space.
like low Earth orbit, where the International Space Station is 26 k's away. So if you reckon 26 k's is close enough to count as like near the beach, then 100% of Australians live near space.
Do you believe
We all
that I
live
have
near
to
space.
love?
Look up, Damien. It is right
Heard
there.
it here first. 100% of people live near space.
Are we scientists now? Is this like stuff you should know?
I mean, stuff you should know is not expressly scientific.
I
Sure.
feel bad for people that are listening to this podcast. It's like, yeah, this is my stuff you should know podcast.
Yeah.
This is where I get my rock hard facts.
Yeah.
Did you know Argentina near the equator?
Did you know Argentina, a country?
And not a city.
Well, it's more like 85%, so I think I was close enough.
Is that the outro bit at the very end?
Sure.